This video is sponsored by Thrive Market. If you've ever found yourself at the grocery store trying to make some healthier choices, you might have noticed it can be a bit more overwhelming than expected. There are so many food products on the market that might seem like what you're looking for at first glance, but then turning to look at the back of the package can reveal the hidden dagger of unexpected ingredients or macronutrients. Thrive Market makes the whole process of shopping healthy easy as pie. Their site lets you filter by over 90 different diets and values, so you can find organic, low sugar, high protein snacks with just a few clicks. Plus, they have some of the highest quality standards in the industry with over 1,000 ingredients they don't allow in their products. I've personally been on the hunt for a decent dairy-free creamer recently, and this creme brulee flavor of this cashew creamer is out of this world. Every morning I've been pairing it with this organic chai tea concentrate. It's really become the highlight of my morning. I also have a gluten sensitivity, so it's been a great feeling getting to do my snack perusing with the confidence that any tummy troublemakers have already been filtered out. If you're feeling excited to do a little health-conscious grocery shopping today, be sure to click the link in my description to join Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order. And they're even offering a free gift worth up to $60 to go with your order as well, so don't wait. Join Thrive Market today. Hello. I hope that you are doing very, very, very well tonight. Tonight, we are going to be going on a journey together that is going to begin with me lulling you into a deep, deep, deep state of relaxation from which your mind will be free to travel to where I want to take you. Let's begin. First, I need you to take a deep breath in with me and let it out. Again, inhale and exhale, releasing any tension, any weight you may have been carrying in your neck, your shoulders, your temples. You feel yourself beginning to unwind. There's no rush, no expectations, only this moment and the soft, effortless rhythm of your breath. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your arms grow heavy. With every breath, your awareness turns inward, drifting deeper into a place of calm, comfort, and tranquility. Feel your mind beginning to slow. Thoughts becoming lighter. The space around you begins to soften, as if you are wrapped in something warm. Your muscles relax. Your thoughts drift unhurried. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to hold on to. Simply allow yourself to sink into this feeling deeper and deeper, letting go presence just beyond your thoughts. All you have to do is follow. Let the outside world fade away, fade away, fade away. With your eyes closed, I want you to begin to picture something in your mind. It's a staircase going down before you. It's beautiful and inviting. It might be made of smooth, polished stone, or maybe a dark wood, whatever feels most familiar, most welcoming to you. The steps are wide, steady, and safe, illuminated by a soft golden glow. This staircase is going to lead you deeper into relaxation, deeper into comfort. With each step you take, you will sink further down, down, down. I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and with each number, you will take another step down, drifting further into relaxation, further into stillness, further into deep, quiet peace. 10. Stepping onto the first stair, feeling your body begin to relax, your shoulders growing loose, your breath slow and steady. 9. Another step down, your arms even heavier now, your thoughts softer. 8. Sinking deeper now, feeling the tension melt away from your face, your jaw, your neck. 7. Another step, the world above you growing further away, the space around you becoming calmer, quieter. 6. The staircase cradles you, supporting you, carrying you effortlessly downward. 5. Halfway down now, and with each step, any stress, any worry is fading away like mist. 4. Your mind is soft, your body is light. 3. Almost there. 2. One last step, so light, so free. 1. Deeply, completely relaxed, sinking into stillness, into rest. There's nothing to do, nothing to hold on to, just being, floating in this space, warm, weightless, completely at ease. You open your eyes to find yourself standing on a train platform, bathed in the soft golden glow of street lamps. Each lamp a delicate masterpiece of twisting wrought iron. Their light pools in warm halos upon the cobblestones beneath your feet, casting long, fluid shadows that waver slightly, as though the station itself is breathing in quiet anticipation. Above you, an elegant canopy arches over the waiting area. Its framework, a lattice of curling metal vines and leaves, adorned with intricate stained glass panels. The glass glows softly from within, casting a kaleidoscope of colors over the stones. I want you to imagine what outfit you're wearing. Let's start with the coat. It drapes around you, tailored yet effortless, its weight settling just right against your shoulders. What does it look like? Is it a charcoal wool coat, thick and structured? The lapels folded neatly. Or is it a deep sapphire velvet coat, shimmering faintly under the glow of the lanterns? Or is it a rich chestnut tweed coat, textured and sturdy, lined with a fine herringbone pattern? Or is it a sleek black cashmere coat, impossibly smooth and light as air, cocooning you in warmth? And what sort of traveling bag do you carry with you? A leather satchel, dark brown, broken in, filled with journals and maps and the small trinkets of a thoughtful traveler. Or is it a structured vintage suitcase, a shade of oxblood, its brass clasps polished, every item inside carefully folded, perfectly packed with intent? Or is it a worn canvas messenger bag, a faded shade of olive, light and functional, swung easily over your shoulder, carrying only what is necessary, but exactly enough? Somewhere nearby, a gentle hum of conversation, spoken in murmurs, in languages both familiar and unknown. The occasional soft rustle of fabric, the clicking of polished heels upon stone. A grand clock, framed in brass and inlaid with mother of pearl, stands above the station. Its hands move unhurriedly, as though time flows differently here, neither rushing forward nor standing still. Then, a distant sound. At first it's only a tremor, a low, rolling vibration that hums beneath your feet. A sigh of steam, and then a deep, resonant chime. The sound grows nearer. From the darkness beyond the station, a soft glow begins to spread, as though the train is not merely approaching, but emerging from behind some invisible veil. Its headlights, orbs of warm amber light, cut through the mist, curling at the edges of the platform, illuminating the swirling tendrils as they rise and dissipate. Its sleek midnight blue body gleams beneath the lamps. It's adorned with swirling patterns of silver filigree that shimmer as they catch the light. The windows are framed in curved, curling metalwork, their stained glass panes depicting constellations, winding rivers, and sprawling forests bathed in moonlight. As it slows, a deep of steam hisses from beneath the carriages. A warm breath exhaled into the night. The scent of honey and cedarwood fills the air as the doors glide open for you. A polished brass plaque near the entrance reads, "The Starlight Express." Golden steps fold down to meet the platform. And a conductor steps forward, their gloved hand gesturing for you to board. Their deep midnight blue coat is exquisitely tailored, fitted at the waist before flaring out slightly at the hem, embroidered with swirling silver filigree to match the train. Their gloved hands are precise in their movements, each gesture deliberate. When they finally speak, their voice is low and smooth, neither warm nor cold, but patient and knowing. "Your ticket, please." And then, as if it had always been there, you feel the weight of your ticket in your hand. It is no ordinary slip of paper. The moment your fingers brush against it, a subtle warmth radiates from its surface. The parchment is thick, its edges embossed. The silver ink shimmers, its letters fluid, as if they are still deciding what they want to say. Then, with a slow, graceful certainty, the words settle into place. One passage aboard the Starlight Express. Destination beyond the known. You extend your ticket towards the hand of the conductor. Their movements feel ceremonial. Their fingers close around the ticket. You feel the soft pressure of their gloved hand against yours before the ticket disappears. With the faintest incline of their head, they step aside, gesturing towards the open doorway. "Welcome aboard." The moment you set foot on the steps, there's a subtle change in the air. A feeling like slipping into another world. The brass railing is warm beneath your fingertips, as though it has held the touch of many travelers before you. The polished wooden threshold creaks just slightly as you cross it. A whisper of welcome, a sign that the train recognizes you, that it knows you belong. The walls inside are paneled in rich mahogany. Star-shaped lanterns of various sizes hang from the ceiling. The floor is covered in a thick carpet, its texture like brushed velvet. The color shifts subtly depending on how the light catches it. Swirls of deep indigo, pale blue, and sometimes gold. At the far end of the carriage, a grand archway leads into the next compartment, its frame carved with an intricate depiction of swirling clouds, birds in flight, and winding rivers. The seats are all upholstered in plush midnight blue where will you sit? The seat with the crescent moon motifs near the window. Delicate crescent moons are carved into the wood, very smoothly from years of passengers tracing its curve absent-mindedly. This is the quietest corner of the cabin. It's peaceful, with a starry-skied view of many constellations. A woman wrapped in a thick wool scarf sits a few seats away, a novel balanced on her lap. But she simply watches the stars, her breath fogging the window ever so slightly. A distinguished older gentleman sits beside her, his silver hair combed neatly back. He's sketching in his notebook. The sounds of drawing are quite soothing. Or would you prefer the seat with the rose motifs, comfortably nestled between other travelers in the middle of the carriage? As you run your fingertips over the petals, they almost feel soft as real petals beneath your touch. Beyond this window, there are rolling fields stretching into the distance, wildflowers in deep purples bending gently in the wind. You spot little wooden farmhouses with lanterns glowing warmly in the distance. Two women gossiping in fancy coats are sat nearby, their voices warm and familiar, as if they are very old friends. They laugh lightly, covering their mouths with gloved hands. Or would you like to sit near the grand archway leading to the next carriage? The armrest is engraved with a winding river, twisting and bending, disappearing into the curves of the wood. The view outside the window is of water stretching endlessly, a vast silvery blue expanse. Small islands drift lazily in the distance, dotted with lanterns that flicker like fireflies. Across from this seat, a man in a dark green cravat watches the water intently, sipping from a delicate porcelain cup. A few seats away from him, a woman with ink-stained fingers rummages through a stack of weathered letters, the edges of the paper curling with their age. You ease into your preferred seat, and the velvet cushions yield just enough to embrace you. The fabric is cool beneath your fingers at first, but as you settle, it warms, molding perfectly to your form. The backrest cradles your shoulders comfortably. The armrest feels smooth and reassuring under your hands. The train sways gently beneath you, a slow, rhythmic motion, like the steady rocking of a boat upon calm waters. It's lulling you deeper into comfort. Your gaze drifts to the small table beside you. A crystal vase holds a single unfurling bloom. You can choose the color. Through the window, the world outside moves like a dream. Now a faint sound, a soft chime of silver, accompanied by the gentle clatter of rolling wheels on thick carpet. The refreshment cart has arrived. The scent of warm spices and delicate herbs drifts into the air as the attendant stops beside you. They're dressed in a charcoal-toned uniform with silver piping. Their white-gloved hands move with practiced precision as they lift a tray, revealing a selection of drinks in polished glasses. Would you care for a refreshment? We have a fine selection today. Their voice is smooth and professional, yet warm with hospitality. If you're in the mood for something classic, I'd recommend the Railway Breakfast Blend. A strong black tea with a touch of vanilla and spice. It's invigorating, perfect for long journeys. For something lighter, the conductor's chamomile is a house favorite. Chamomile, lemon peel, and a hint of honey. Just the thing to settle in and enjoy the ride. Or we can offer the Grand Express Sparkler, a refreshing mix of citrus cordial and ginger, topped with sparkling water, crisp, bright, an excellent companion for the passing scenery. The attendant carefully places your selection upon your side table before lifting the next tray, lined with porcelain plates and neatly arranged treats. Perhaps something to snack on as well. Our railway shortbread is made fresh daily, delicate, buttery, with just a hint of orange zest. We also have a traveling fruit selection, a mix of sliced apples, sugared walnuts, and dark cherries. Or, if you prefer something richer, the engineer's chocolate truffle. Dark chocolate with a smooth hazelnut filling. The attendant waits patiently. Take your time. There's no rush. This train moves at exactly the right pace. Their gloved hands gracefully serve the selection you chose. The attendant gives you a small nod before guiding the cart away. The brass wheels glide effortlessly over the carpet, disappearing down the aisle as the last traces of fragrant tea and sugared shortbread linger in the air. For a moment, silence settles around you. The scenery outside shifts, though you hardly notice, your mind growing heavier, quieter, soothed by the hum of the train. Then, a different sound, a soft rustling, the faint creak of old wood, the whisper of pages turning, and then a voice. Ah, a traveler with a bit of time to spare. The voice is worn around the edges. You glance up to see a woman with a book cart tangled with curling ivy. Her hair is swept up into a magnificent mass of silver curls, pinned at the crown of her head with antique brass combs with many gems. They shimmer in the lantern light. Her glasses perch at the very tip of her nose, glinting as she peers at you over the rim. Her dress is a deep ink black sweeping skirt, cinched at the waist with a belt shaped like a book. Her rings catch the light, chunky jewels of every color that clack against one another audibly as she moves about. You'll be needing a book then, she says, rather matter-of-factly. Not a question, just a truth she already knows. She pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose, then reaches down with a quiet murmur, selecting 3 books for you to choose from. The Engineer's Ledger is the first. It's a sturdy navy blue book, its corners reinforced with metal like an old travel journal. The pages, when tilted, seem to have lines of faded blue ink running through them, as if someone once kept careful notes there. Or there's Tall Tales, bound in rich chestnut leather, the title embossed in burnished copper. On the cover, an intricate engraving of a train crawling through a mountainous landscape. Or the last book, The Red Carriage, smaller than the others, bound in deep red velvet with gold lettering. The spine more worn, it's been handled often. A single tiny brass key dangles from a black ribbon bookmark. She places the books before you, neatly aligning their spines with a precise but gentle touch. Well, she says, adjusting her glasses again, I imagine you know which one is yours. The train hums beneath you. The lamplight flickers over the polished wood of the table, catching the gold lettering on each book. She clasps her hands together, watching intently as you reach forward. Good choice, she says, with the satisfaction of someone who always knew what you would pick. She reaches for the cart, giving it a small push. It rolls away as softly as it arrived. You gaze out the window, seeing tiny lights flickering on the horizon. You enjoy the occasional clink of a teacup being set down, the soft rustle of newspaper pages turning, the murmur of passengers engaged in hushed conversation. Then, a presence. A cat has joined you. She moves like a shadow dipped in cream, her fur a mix of smoke gray and ivory, like drifting clouds at dusk. She leaps effortlessly into the seat beside you. Her tail flicks, her ears twitch. She stretches one paw forward, then tucks it beneath her chest. Then, lazily, she shifts her gaze to you, golden green eyes. If you reach out, she will allow a single stroke of fur. A tiny silver bell hangs from a blue velvet ribbon about her neck. She watches you, blinks slowly, deliberately. She stretches, kneading the plush fabric of your seat before stepping forward. She settles into your lap, curling into a perfect crescent of warmth, her tail wrapping neatly around herself. A deep, steady purr vibrates through her small frame, like the gentle hum of the train itself. As the train rocks gently along its unseen tracks, she nestles deeper, her body growing heavy with sleep. A different kind of cart now rolls to a stop beside your seat. This one more compact, its compartments lined with blue velvet, its brass edges gleaming under the lantern light. This cart The woman pushing the cart is as well appointed as her wares, with a regal posture, her dark brown hair pulled into a neat French braid. She wears a fitted, deep plum traveling jacket with a row of tiny pearl buttons. With a deft movement, she opens a drawer in the cart, revealing a selection of carefully curated accessories just for you. You can choose from a fine pair of chestnut leather gloves, supple and well fitted, the palms stitched with an intricate pattern of railway lines, or a deep blue scarf with silver threads woven through, or a dark wool cap lined with quilted silk. The front bears a small brass emblem of a locomotive. When you make your selection, the woman nods. She folds it up carefully, wrapping it in a sheet of dark blue tissue paper, then ties it up with a thin white ribbon. An excellent choice, she says, slipping it into a silver cloth pouch before placing it gently on the seat beside you. A traveler should always be well prepared. And then, as smoothly as she arrived, she turns the cart with a gentle push. The soft rustle of fabric follows her down the aisle, disappearing into the next carriage. The train rolls on. Your eyelids grow heavier, each blink slower than the last. The train rocks you gently, the same way the tide cradles a drifting boat. The same way the wind moves through the trees at dusk. Your body softens. Your thoughts blur at the edges, dissolving into the warmth of the seat. The hush of the rails. The cat's quiet breathing. The train moves ever forward, carrying you deeply into rest, into stillness. Somewhere in the distance, a soft chime echoes. The sound of a station bell, or perhaps just the train whispering goodnight. Your breath slows. The lanterns flicker.